Put Toronto in front 6-5. Now we get Donald Brashear and Ty Domi. They go at it. We don't get to see much.
Domi et Donald Brashear. Brashear qui a gagné son combat.
Somewhere tonight might go at it, but this early, well, there it is.
Domi and Brashear look like they're going to go, and down go the gloves and stick for Brashear, and Domi laughs at him and turns away. Usually you'll get an unsportsmanlike penalty for that, but it wasn't called, and Pat Burns was livid about it. They came together again here, and the old fake glove drop, Brashear didn't go for it this time. He's got him loosened, but he won't go.
Well, earlier this season, Lyle Odeline was involved with a rookie of Pittsburgh who dropped his gloves. Odeline did it.
They're down 2-0, and Domi saw a hit thrown by the big guy, and Brashear and Domi now are going to try to get loose. They're in on the boards, and the linesmen have been obviously told to stay back, and the crowd is roaring Domi. Can he handle big Brashear? They fall. So the linesmen now, it's automatic. They have to get in now that they're both down, but they're the only ones in the building down because the crowd is all on their feet. Leafs are leading 2-0. Domi is up there after the puck for the Toronto Maple Leafs. King comes in with a hard hit on Ledyard. Penalty coming up. This is going to draw a big crowd. And right in the middle somewhere is Brashear. You know Domi is in there.
Domi's going to get the first penalty of all of them that are handed out here as he cross-checked Grant Ledyard, and that brought Staios and then Brashear.
And King for Toronto is also in there, a bit loose. Oh, left hand grab. Brashear comes back with a right, and the linesmen are trying to hang on to them. And they're doing a pretty good job with Domi being hauled down. Brashear trying to get loose from the other linesman. And the crowd trying to get up the linesman.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If the linesmen are going to go in, they got to hang on to both. Brashear took one because one of the linesmen let... And 10-12-3 in his career against the Vancouver Canucks. And that will also knock that goals against average down a bit, as Brashear is suggesting to Ty that the game isn't quite over yet. And Ty looking at Brashear as the horn goes. And McAllister is in there now as well. I don't know if he's been on the ice yet tonight. Fighting after the game, Judge Wapner, Coley Campbell will be talking to you if you do it. I think the Leafs, they've won the game.
Has Chris McAllister been on the ice tonight? For 10 seconds.
So you have to wonder whether, and we have a little battle
now
going
we've
here.
got, is this Brashear and Domi? I believe it is. Yes, it is. Donald Brashear and Ty Domi tied up against the boards, and Brashear's got the bear hug on him, and Domi's trying to throw some punches from behind.
Looks like the headless horseman Domi's fighting. He's got that shirt pulled right up over Brashear's head.
Well, the linesmen are in here trying to untangle a couple of heavyweights. There's Donald. That head will pop out of that sweater sooner or later. Resplendent in his blue sideburns this year. I don't know if that's a subliminal way of telling Pat Quinn he'd like to play for the Maple Leafs, but there they are. So, not much in the way of major league hitting, but Brashear and Domi. The gloves are off, and here is Donald Brashear and Ty Domi. And it's shadow boxing right now, but now they get into the grasp. Tucker and Volk get the assist as Brashear's helmet is trying to be...
It's a masked marble. Ty's fighting the masked marble. Oh, there it is.
No, he's there somewhere. There is trying to get the helmet off, and the jersey went over top. And now I think This would be an interesting discussion. Why are you guys in here? We were just getting it going.
Well, they never really did get at long range and exchange any punches, but they both won.
Get on here. The pass is in and the cut started. Brashear was going at it. He and Domi are going at it in the center ice area. Listen to this crowd now. Big Brashear, I don't think has lost one yet, and Domi doesn't lose very many. And that's the big guy and a little tough guy. Now the Maple Leafs, Domi, they're grabbing each other now and hanging on for dear life. The left-handed Brashear going to work on Ty Domi. He took 4 or 5 hard punches from the big guy Brashear that time, but Domi stays on his feet and looking to get one hand loose. He might be going now if he can get one loose. Oh, there's a left going. Domi is twisted around though by the heavier Brashear, who took another light left hand. Well, the linesmen and the referees are standing back and letting them go. This is a heavyweight bout, no question about it. And the crowd is all standing and they're still roaring. Finally, the linesmen say, guys, you've got to be tired. Listen to the crowd now. Just listen to this.
Bob, you and I have followed boxing for years, and you know one of the statistics they give is the reach. Brashear's arms are twice as long as Domi's. So if he had a hold of him and pushes him out, Ty has an awful time landing anything.
Well, he has reach, height, weight, you name it.
Let's have a look at it here. Now the puck's away up at the other end of the rink. And the two of them collide. And away they go. Domi throws his glove at him to see if he can get an advantage.
But Domi swings him down. He's back up again. Domi and Schaefer and rather Brashear. Brashear is really tearing into Domi now with the left hands. And the Toronto player goes down. And the linesmen come in. You knew they were going again tonight. And maybe they're talking about another one.
Well, I was way behind the play as the puck was in the Leaf zone to the right, and the masked marvel has taken his mask off now. But these two guys don't like each other, and
that's 2, he says. That's 2.
Well, if they fight the third time, they're gone.
Well, Domi and Brashear are talking to each other from their penalty boxes now, and Domi is pointing. And you know what he's saying? We're going to go again. My goodness. Look at him. You remember.
Too bad we haven't got a microphone in the penalty box. It could be X-rated, but it might be interesting.
Domi is after him and he nails him in behind the goal. Domi wanted Brashear and he caught him with that body check and he comes in talking to Brashear. They'll have another goal maybe. Domi and Brashear are now headed off to their respective benches. Boy, have we got one going here tonight in Vancouver. Come on out, Domi says to big Brashear after Brashear handled him quite easily in a tussle earlier in this period.
Now it's Bertuzzi and Domi. So Domi has certainly attracted the attention of the Vancouver Canucks. Brashear's over on the bench. He's giving a sermon to the Leaf bench. And I don't think there's a penalty called on it at all. Ty Domi really threw a big-time body check on Brashear behind the net. Here it is here. Brashear goes the outside. Now he's going around McCabe. It's halfway around him, and Domi fills him in with a good body check. And now they're talking. Domi's got the gloves half off. Brashear goes off.
Tanko. And we're going to get a scrap right away. I mentioned Brashear. Who else but Ty Domi? We played just 1:19 of the first period, and here we go. In comes the big guy, Brashear, wearing number 87 now with Philadelphia, and Domi. He'll wrestle for a while, and look out if he gets that left hand loose. Nobody's thrown a punch yet. They respect each other, of course. Little soft punch by Brashear, nothing doing. The linesman standing back. The referee is there close. That's Warren. He'll tell him when to go in. Now we get some arms moving, and it's Brashear pumping away on Domi, but Domi comes back at him. These are heavyweights. If you ever saw heavyweights in a hockey fight, you got them right here. And now the linesmen have to come in. This is bout one of maybe some more tonight. This is an early bout in this hockey game. 1:19 in, and there you go. They talk to each other. We'll see you later, baby.
With a cut over under Domi's right eye. It happened in practice yesterday. He was hit with a puck off the goaltender's pads.
With Czech Manik coming out of it and stopping the play. Watch it. We got another one. Brashear and Domi. I told you the first one might be the first of two or more. And this time Brashear is wasting no time getting his left hand pumping in on Ty Domi. Domi up against the glass now and takes another two. Hard left hands. Domi is getting punished in this scrap by big Donald Brashear. But Domi, you know, is tough. He'll keep coming back. At least he'll try. They're locking each other, and Brashear has that left hand going. Domi hasn't thrown one yet, I don't think. Well, listen to the crowd now. Domi trying to get the left hand loose, but it's Brashear winning this one. They're tired. They have got to be dog tired now. The referee is saying, no, Domi got it right in and slipped. And then Brashear comes back with more left hands on Ty Domi. I guess he gets the decision, the big guy.
Can you imagine
this one?
They're talking to each other, Bob, after about a 3-minute fight. Do you think we should stop? I think those guys like it. You know that?
Talk about tough. I mean, come on. Bare knuckles, these guys are heavyweights. Firing away. And still standing. And Domi says, wow.
Now here's Cross dragging it in, and it's offside. And Brashear and Domi were eager, but the linesmen were better.
Probably going to give a both unsportsmanlike delay of the game type penalties. It looked like they were going to go, and then Domi got fake fighting. I think could be a good definition.
Ty Domi next to Claude Lapointe. Here comes Brashear. Just a little contact to try and stir it up. And then he'll come back through. Ty obviously moves right into the area, and he's waiting for Brashear. I think he doesn't see out of the corner of his eye. Remember Pekka and Tucker? They know what's going on. There's McCabe. Belak is in the lineup tonight. Shane Corson coming in. There was some talk he might not play. He is in the lineup. I know Scott Oak's going to update us on exactly.
Warm-ups tonight. A shot by Domi.
Well, we got the gloves off now. Brashear and Domi are finally going to square off. They've had this stuff going before. And you know, the big guy is Brashear, and he's firing hard lefts on Domi. Domi can't get loose. Domi nails him, and he goes down, but he gets back up quickly. They're tying each other up, and Domi gets the left hand going. So does Brashear. Domi keeps fighting back. Brashear is landing a lot of punches on Domi, though. Now Brashear goes down, and Domi is giving it to him while he's still down there. And boy, oh boy, these two mean business, and you saw it. Saw that one off. Domi and Brashear.
These two guys like doing that, you know? But he does all right.
I'll say.
He's now telling Brashear he knocked him down twice.
Oh my goodness.
Number 28, Ty Domi. Flyers penalty number 87, Donald Brashear.
Centering pass. It's still loose. No whistle. Now there's a whistle, and now there's a fight.
Baby!
And here's the series beginning exactly as we thought it would.
How long did this take? It's Donald Brashear and Darcy Tucker in the middle of it, and guess what? The guys who deny Christmas cards of one another are face to face. Domi, Brashear.
Ty Domi, who is 5th all-time in penalty minutes, and Donald Brashear, who led Philadelphia in PIMS this year.
Boy, Darcy Tucker was completely surrounded.
Boy, Czech Manik could easily have 3 goals against him at this point by the stuff going on down low. There's Ty Domi welcoming Donald Brashear to the first game of the first round. And speaking of a little.
87.
Oh, here they go. Here we go.
Ty Domi. Brashear turns around and hits him, and
Domi doesn't want to go.
Domi just held on to his stick. Brashear turned around and punched him, and Domi skated away.
The Leafs put Domi on the ice. Ken Hitchcock responded, putting Brashear out there, and the fans all started to cheer, hoping that maybe, just maybe, they get after each other. And believe me, the scrap they had, and you guys were here, right, earlier in the series, that was something else.
Domi's after the entire Flyer bench.
You got to pick your spots, and Domi is. Yeah. His team is down 4-1. If he happens to fight Donald Brashear here, it's not going to result in a win here. They're not going to win anyway. If he happens to lose, then it just gives the Flyers bench that much more momentum going up to Toronto in Game 6.
Loves to change the line. He'll juggle a lot. Pac-Twin doesn't like to do it quite as much. Play whistle offside, and Ty Domi looks like he grabbed somebody, stick and threw it aside. He still has his. He and Donald Brashear having some words. Oh, yeah, the fans love to see this. Donald Brashear, it was Brashier's stick that got thrown away by Ty Domi. Even though Domi gives away an unbelievable amount of size to Brashear, they've tangled many times in their careers. There was a late whistle there, and Ty Domi had a collision from Markov. Danny Markov will stand up extremely well at the blue line. Domi didn't like the hit coming right at the whistle. Donald Brashear pretty much waited and said, Ty, I don't care if you like it or not.